Yes, it is the Morning Express on mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. I'm Sage, Babalola, Fuhad Saheed and I, over the course of the past hour, had conversations about report on the front pages of our daily, starting with America's politics, the emergence of Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America. We also had conversations around national issues, especially when it comes to the treatment that has been alleged to have been meted out on minors that were arrested during the End Bad Governance protest. We also spoke about the state of our currency, where Naira remains volatile despite the current account surplus and even our rising forex inflows. Somehow, our Naira still remains extremely devalued. We also spoke about the imbroglio between Dangote Refinery and oil marketers, the NMDPRA and NNPC Limited. Marketers are suing Dangote and they are insisting on petrol import as a means to tackle monopoly, one that has been a concept that has been very often attributed to the operations of Aliko Dangote. And while we spoke about the Lagos-Calabar Highway and the fact that property owners along the right-of-way are refusing to accept the compensation that's being offered to them, claiming that it is nothing compared to the actual value of their properties that is built to be destroyed. And while consumers are largely unhappy, we might have to pay an extra 32,800 naira for meters from 117 to about 149,000, and of course Nigerians are unhappy. This is more or less a summary of some of the primary stories that we discussed earlier. Well, today is Mainland Focus, and it's that time of the program where we hear from you. Well, throughout this hour, I would like to listen to you. You are a valued part of this conversation, and so do get ready to join in on the conversation. Your thoughts and your opinion are what makes this segment of the Morning Express special. Don't forget, we're live on social media, Facebook and YouTube. We're streaming live, so you can drop your message in the live chat section. We're also via the phone 0913-6000-410, and for WhatsApp and text messages is 0913-6000-430. As our usual practice here, let's hear from Fuhad Saheed. Let him tell us the stories that he finds the most important. Good morning again, Fuhad. Thank you for being on standby. What is your focus for the morning?
Yeah, thank you, Sage, for having me. Well, some of our politicians are in the U.S., to officially monitor the U.S. election.
Yeah.
We've seen a number of them who have posted themselves, in different parts of the United States, of course, officially monitoring the entire process. Hopefully, they are learning how things are done. Hopefully, we would expect that maybe what they see in the U.S. Will raise their consciousness to the fact that we need to come back home and reform the entire electoral process. I will say again, until we get to that level where we all commit to reforming the electoral process, we are going nowhere with our politics. We are going nowhere with our democracy. The politics of godfatherism, the politics of vote buying, the politics of gangsterism, hooliganism, the politics of complexities and corruption within the electoral institution is taking us nowhere, Sage. Because when you talk about how some nations have moved from being underdeveloped to developing and now developed nations, you have to look at how they've been able to create strong institutions, to push forward whatever agenda they have when it comes to nation building. What our own level of commitment to nation building, with how we want to strengthen institutions, strengthen our laws, reshape our lifestyle as a people. So again, I think it is not just about Donald Trump winning that should concern us as a nation. It's about what have we learned from the entire American process, the way the campaigns were run, to when elections were held, the early voting process, the use of technology too, very important. And how results were announced seamlessly, the entire conduct, how people carry themselves, so I think there's a lot that we can learn from that entire process. And finally, Sage, on the issue of the shenanigans we have in the outset, I repeat it again, we now know the enemies of the nation. And I think they're not even hiding their immunity for the country. The only thing is that we're waiting on the president who has, all of the power to help us tame these monsters to do the needful. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Fuad. We appreciate you. Well, the phone line is now officially open for your contributions. Call in, opine on any subject matter that you think is worthy of conversation. 2 minutes is allotted to each caller. You don't have to refer to the stories that we have spoken about this morning. That's the beauty of Open Mic Thursday. You have a right to speak any story of your liking or of your choosing and talk about it within the 2 minutes that have been allotted to you. You can also call via 091360000410. You can send a WhatsApp message or a text message to 091360000410. We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're taking contributions via that platform as well. Mainland 98.3 FM is the handle, and that's how you find us on the social media platform. So we have multiple channels through which you can reach us. Just pick the most convenient for you, and we will be more than happy to take your submission. Let's take our first call for the morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Turn down the volume on your radio, please.
Off it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
I'm well, thank you.
my name is Aaron. I'm calling from Kitty. Let me quickly answer that words concerning that. Who will be fighting for us? We will be resisting all this continuous increase in this, increase in the price of this, increase in the price of that regarding meter. I want to tell you that this is how we are going to continue to 2027. That thing we are planning to offer is how to generate revenue. Concerning the miners, well, this constraint told that our president might not be unaware if he completes that. The president is aware of everything. Everything happened when the issue of labor, when there was a peaceful protest, and federal government trying to bring labor into the matter that you are trying to overthrow President Tinubu. They are all lies. They continue to tell us lies. They don't have anything to offer. This Senator Assembly that is supposed to be defending us, unfortunately, they are standing on the mandate of Mr. President. So, Nigerians, please take care of yourself. We are under ransom. They don't have anything to offer. We have people that are dreadful as they are deadly. They are people.
You said that you've done this like 5 different times, and I specifically told you that your adjectives, do you mind using euphemisms? But then you do that consistently, and I don't know what you're hoping to achieve by doing something that you have been told not to do consistently. Look for better adjectives if you want to describe certain people because you are on radio. This is the 5th time, and I remember you specifically. I went on a lengthy rant about why you shouldn't say certain things, but you still do it because you don't care about the rules and regulations that guide conversation. It's not that difficult to have control when you're speaking. I speak every single day, and I'm conscious of the words that come out of my mouth. I would implore you to please employ that same level of restraint when you're speaking. I'll take another phone call. Hello. Good morning, sir. I'm well, thank you.
Okay. Well, my friend Fuad.
He's well.
Okay. This is Barrister Peter Oku. I'm calling from the mainland.
Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, I'm open mic today, actually. The area I'm particularly interested in is this issue of going back and forth between Dangote and the NNPC. I think it is very embarrassing to Nigerians as a nation that being a major producer of petroleum products in the world, that we should be suffering, excruciating suffering on the issue of petroleum. A lot of Nigerians who work like let's say people who live in the mainland and work in here, some of them cannot transport themselves to Lagos because of the ridiculous cost of transportation. Issue should not be, we should be ranking at par, pursue with places like Saudi Arabia, Angola, and other countries. Because we cannot be a producer of yam and then be buying yam at a higher price than others. So I think the way to sort out this whole issue finally is for Mr. President, Mr. Bola Tinubu, to step down as Minister of Petroleum, for God's sake, in the interest of Nigerians. How can you be a president and also be Minister of Petroleum? It's conflict of interest, So I want to plead with him that his remaining as Minister of Petroleum is not in the best interest of Nigerians, especially for morality's sake. Nigerians will appreciate it if he appreciate himself from that position. There are no people who are capable.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Minister for AI, artificial intelligence.
Thank you.
Or Minister of Agriculture. Those are more important.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Oh, Babalola, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm myself from Somalia. Now, Babalola.
Yes.
I want to say something about the advice that Shettima, the Vice President, gave to those minors when they were being released. And one of them told them they should go back and behave well and be responsible children. That's very interesting. I want to ask a question. Did these minors come out from their classroom to participate in this process? The answer is no. Did they leave their parents in their farm as they need to go before and then come to the part of this project? The answer is no. So I want to ask Shettima, where did these children come from? They tell these students, the government told these students, Shettima is supposed to apologize to these minors, apologize to their parents, but they have told them, they have respected their teachers, they are not in school, they are not in farm, but people parents are taking over the farm that these students used to be with their parents. And I want to remind them that up to today, about more than 11 years running, the children girls who were planning to be responsible daughters, responsible wives, they were preparing for their own exam. In the state that the Shettima was the governor, and the terrorists came and sent these girls away. Up to today, these girls are still in the forest. The forest. Shettima's government was talking about the children girls release. Shettima is the second in command now to Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Shettima, where are the children girls who were planning to be responsible daughters? Please, let things work for these students with responsible tomorrow. Unfortunately, let me sing this song. Parents, listen to our children, for they are the leaders of tomorrow. Go and pay our school fees and give us some education. Everything has collapsed. He has entered the World Guinness Book of Records. We wanted to do. I think he has entered. Everything collapsing. National grid, education,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. God bless.
Everyone, thank you. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, welcome.
Let me talk about the issue of Dᴏᴜ and the reporters. It's a focus, Abi.
It's open mic Thursday.
Go ahead.
It's open mic. You can talk about anything you like.
Okay, open mic.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what you expect now. When you are refused to lay your bed well. If you don't want to lay your bed, that is how the stranger will sleep on it now. I see. This is what they get. But they are not. The reporters are not talking about monopoly. The monopoly of what? Why did they not prompt the government to work on our refinery over these years? And it is because they are profiteering highly, they are benefiting. Now they are carrying on monopoly. We let that go to this, we let ourselves to this, and finally, even the sales of that organization, the labor and every, even the affordable rate they are making, the other one. These are the things they shall come up for. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, instead of waging war for increment in salary, you know that you have fought for. See where we are now. Eh? I'm going to take whatever to court. It shouldn't be that way. But of course, this is the way it is now because we have shown our birthright for a state of policy. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Yes.
My name is François coming you from 𝐴̀mọ̀wọ́dọ̀sùn. Number one, it is Dangote social right to take marketer to court and a certain judge to set the country. If you are selling and your price will drop away those marketers we are talking about, if you bring your price down, this will want to maintain everything. It cannot support this. This is just a reality to tell you. And this is when another man business by saying anything they do to the country is inferior. What is really happening? The material you are using is not the main matter to produce the one that comes from abroad. If you don't want anybody to bring this thing down to Nigeria, make sure you bring your price down. When they go to buy cheaper rate, going to court, it's a trap. That's number one. Number two, America election. Yes, so people are commending. For me, I'm not commending anybody. We are suffering country, but we can learn a lesson. What the INEC, we in Nigeria, we have to learn a lesson. Look at it. Kampala has this thing. I congratulated the winner. And this is what President Donald Trump did. That's what President Trump was. All the shot they have was forgiven. But I said the fish. I'm only Nigeria for example the fish. Even though you know you are at the league, they will still go to court. If you are not rich, they will still go to court. For political parties we have in this country, how many of them not the political leader? They will be complaining when they are loose. But when they win, they say it's the best. Local government will make correct one of them. You will have local government to make us. And if they are pleasing, they no longer elections will continue crying. We have to learn a good lesson, even in Nigeria.
Thank you.
Town union meeting, they go to court. They need elections. Town union meeting, market meeting, they go to court.
Thank you.
Who was not practicing that thing in this country? It's not only to get better.
Thank you.
When everything, so you laugh.
Thank you so very much for your input. We have John Bernard Oyi on Facebook who says, "Good morning, Sage. My open mic is about the increase of allocation to states from the removal of subsidy. Apart from the low value of the naira, do you know that only indigenous of the states benefit from it? Those who reside outside of their states of origin do not benefit anything from this allocation." All right. Chris Ewalem on Facebook says, "Good morning, Sage and Fuad. I absolutely agree with your perspective on the quagmire in the petroleum industry, which has been fueled by the government's failure to repair the refineries and deal decisively with the enemies of the petroleum sector, as we have now identified. The marketers are fleecing this country and they don't care about the plight of the masses. It is unfortunate that the president is not interested in solving the problem. Rather, he is generating more problems for the suffering masses. When will the president repair the refinery? This increased the price of the prepaid meters by 28%, which is supposed to be given freely because it remains their property. Is that not wickedness? Secondly, the back and forth between Dangote and the oil marketers. I pray it continues for the good of Nigerians, because it's obvious that what is happening is about their interest only." Chika Bende from Trade Fair. All right, thank you very much. You can keep the messages coming in. It's Open Mic Thursday on mainland 98.3 FM. You get the opportunity to talk about any story that you like, as long as you stay within the stipulated rules of engagement on radio. By all means, talk about anything that you think we deserve to talk about on radio, or a subject matter that you think you should enlighten people about. Open our thoughts to us, or it can't even be from your focus of the day. Sometimes we even take our topics from your focus of the day and we have broader conversations on these topics, on the situation. For example, when you bring our attention to certain things, you can reach us via the phone line 0913 6000 WhatsApp and text message 0913 6000 430. People are busy abusing me on I'm not going to bring it on here, but then I see your messages. Thank you so very much. Music to my ears. You can also the WhatsApp messages, please. If you're sending it, I'll implore you to brevity is very important, so I'm able to read your messages as fast as possible. Thank you so very much. Let me do 2 WhatsApp messages so that I can open at the phone line or go back to taking phone calls. Please, I implore you to bear with me. We have here. Hold on a second. Hello, Mainland FM. There's no doubt that the most developed countries of today have gone through ups and downs. The truth of the matter is that most of the countries did not develop with corrupt leaders. They're spending recklessly and they're living large. So for Nigeria to develop, we need to start with the way our election is conducted, because taking the country to a positive direction begins with good leadership. We need to be clamoring for electoral reform. Also, the president should bring back subsidy on fuel and electricity to improve local production in order to develop the country's economy and discourage total dependency on importation. He should also diversify the needs instead of relying on crude oil, and invest more in agriculture, which he needs to provide adequate security for the farmers, and also concentrate and utilize other natural resources like coal, iron ore, gold, bitumen, limestone, etc. Finally, the government should ensure stable power supply, and I believe if all of these are done, Nigeria would develop at a faster pace. God bless Nigeria. Temitope Onotoye from Ijagamo community. Thank you. I appreciate your insight. Wale Oguntoko from GRA Ikeja says, good morning to all of you in the studio. With some northern senators already against the finance bill that the president sent to the National Assembly, I say this is why we are calling for restructuring of the country into manageable regions with resource control and devolution of power. I don't understand how, if you don't allow the sale of a product in the part of your country and you want to have a share in the value-added tax on the sale of such products from other parts of the country. Thank you. Have a pleasant day. You have a better one. Thank you so very much. Hello. Yes, good morning.
Yes,
Welcome. Nice to have you.
thank you. First of all, my condolence goes to Chief of Army Staff. It's a pity, a gallant soldier, and at the same time, condolence goes to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A soul rest in perfect peace. Yes, on the issue of American election, from a campaign strategy, everybody had him saying America first. See, the interest of America is number one priority, but the reverses are crazier. Our media, it is their own interest first, not the sovereignty of our country or the people of our country. It's just a pity, and God will suffer from them. On the issue of Dangote, it's unfortunate. Dangote has no other means in taking the market to court based on the rule and regulation. You see, the people that give the marketers license, they should be arrested and charged economic sabotage. Because I remember vividly, the central bank, central bank governor, he came out and told Nigeria, he said the moment we have a refinery, and he's going to stay for us, and appreciate it, and we appreciate. So, you see, this Qatar, this is best in imported fuel, the petroleum product. That is why, and it's unfortunate our president is not doing anything about it. To me, it's more or less a conniver. And those people that give those people license, they should be arrested for economic sabotage, and God will deliver us from them. On the issue of minor, the minor people, you see, those people, there are some people behind them. Those people that behind the minor, they should be get arrested, because they cannot use that to their own children in that manner. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello. Ooh, I don't know if you're able to hear me, but your connection is very, very bad. Okay, let's just work with this. Go ahead. Yeah, it's a private business.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Please turn down the volume on your radio, can you?
Yes, I'm not going to number.
Okay.
Yes, my open mic this morning is about the governors. Because what is the one of the state?
Sir, do you please mind turning down the volume on your radio, please?
You know.
Put off your radio completely, please.
Can you hear me?
All right, go ahead.
Okay, yes, I can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay, now what I'm saying is that the issue of governance, the governors are not helping us. We're not helping this country because where is the level of this state? Which means there's no more against the governor. The former governor now, the present governor now, which is in the place, and now we hide himself there. But no CC cannot chase him. It's very simple. But this is giving the governors power to do whatever they like. You understand? And the other ones now are doing whatever they like. Because if you look at it now, they are not dealing with and they hide under the present governor. So we don't know that you can chase him after what he so that the people is sleeping. There's the number one in that stage, someone number one in that stage. And now the basic is people and they hide under the present government. It's very simple to this country that we cannot give people that are prescription. So that is my opinion.
Thank you very much. Well, just to note, all of these are still allegations. He has to be tried in court. So I wouldn't mind if you make it clear whilst you're commenting that these are still allegations until he's tried, until he's convicted by the court. They are still allegations. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
So, good morning. My name is Don Peters. I'm calling for first.
Welcome.
Thank you. I would like to speak on America election on the lessons I learned there. Number one, I have learned that IRF cannot go off unless someone switch it off. Number two, I have seen that power can be gotten through the will of the people, not a bit, steal it and run with it. They campaign and American people deliver their verdict and the whole world is celebrating it in a very transparent way. I have seen that is how power is gotten. It's not take it, run with it, and snatch it. Number three lesson I learned there is that you have to submit yourself and tell people what you want to do. As powerful as Trump is, he submitted himself to a debate. He went all over, convinced the people why you should vote for me. I have their interest first, not the people who will be telling the people this is, who will be speaking to proxy, telling people to tell them that this is what I want to do. Every one of them went around and tell the people this is what I want to do for you. The lesson I learned there again is that America, I do not see any camera or whatever. Everybody was standing on the line to see the will of the people. I learned a lot of lessons there. Not unlike what we are doing here, the name of democracy. And some people still come here to tell me that Nigeria is a sovereign country. Yes, Nigeria is a sovereign country, but we are signatories to so many international treaties. Which one are we abiding to?
Thank you.
If we are a sovereign country that we are going to stand on our own, we will be signing on the treaties.
Thank you.
We should stand on our own.
Thank you. Have a great day. Hello.
Good morning, Sage.
Good morning.
My greetings to Mr. Fuhad.
Right.
So my discussion of today should be centered on American election. So many of us saw the way American election went, and we have Nigerian delegates represented as well, and they saw the way election was conducted, and we commended them. Now I say, when would they now be bringing back home? Are we not going to continue on the same trajectory where you grab it, you run away with it, maybe you discover that this is where the opponents have more power. You stop them from going out to vote. All those kind of things. See the way you can sit at the comfort of your home and cast your vote. Now the people's vote counted because things were done, transparently. Now we are commending them. What are we doing? Our electoral are still there. Governor and the president is still the one to choose all the INEC officials. That is what we are still practicing. One can still go and pay voters to vote for them. This is what we are still practicing. What have we done? But I'm still surprised that even non-governmental organizations and opposition parties have not risen up to call even the so-called their mandates with senators to do something about our electoral reform so that Nigeria can speak and their voice will be heard. Now, when we talk about what is happening in NNPC, I just laugh because Nigerians should have known who their enemies are. Those who are against the development of the state, they should have known before now. One we know that had never given any account of his, what he had done in NNPC was retained. When he spent years, no refinery is functioning. He spent good money on turnaround maintenance, nothing is functioning, and that man still was retained. So it's going to tell you that people that retain him has been working for him on that ground, but we don't need to say that further because it is not for society for it.
Thank you. Thanks so very much. I do appreciate your discretion. Honestly, if only everybody else would do the same. I definitely appreciate your discretion. Thank you so very much to the last caller. I'm back on Facebook now. Michael says, hello, Mainland FM. With all due respect, I'd like to call the attention of the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to the sharp practice going on in the Ministry of Science and Technology, where 3 students and a coordinator that won the robotics engineering competition, but the ministry was alleged to have removed 2 names from the 3 names of these students, as well as that of the coordinator from the new era girls secondary school in Surulere, Lagos, and it was replaced with the name of students from other schools where in Akoka, simply because it involves traveling out of the country to represent the state in a competition. The government should please set up an investigative panel that would look critically into this issue, because this act will discourage and will not produce the best students that will represent the state in foreign competitions. Finally, I'm yet to be convinced that EFCC is not about witch hunting following the arrest of former Governor Okowa within a matter of weeks, while we have not been able to arrest former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello almost a year. This attitude is painting the commission in a bad light. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. Francis Epeyong says, good morning, Mainland FM crew. Americans are done with the election. There was no violence, there was no deaths, there was no deployment of tons of security agencies, and Nigeria claims to have copied democracy from America. Which one of this did Nigeria copy? On the minor protesters, President Tinubu has passed a message to the intending protesters in the future to be ready for the music. If minors can be treated in this manner, then it's better to imagine what will happen to adult protesters. All right. Ada Nkiru says, good morning, Sage and Fuad. Why are APC supporters not clamoring for the fixing of our refineries? All right, thank you very much. Olumuyiwa. I'm so sorry for my very slow reading pace. I am struggling to breathe. Olumuyiwa says, good morning, Mainland FM. It was easy for Kamala Harris and Goodluck Jonathan to congratulate the winners and their opponents because they are sure the electoral process that produced the winner was fair. Nobody will congratulate his opponent that is declared winner in a fraudulent manner. Electoral reform is the way to go, and I implore the media houses, the civil society organizations, and labor to begin to put pressure on the government before 2027, or else nothing will change in the country. There's nothing democratic in the manner our leader comes into power. We need to challenge them before they ruin this country. Muiwa from Abuja. Thank you very much. Dayo Dada, as always, thank you very much for your message, but we cannot read it. Thank you for sending a message. Let me take a few WhatsApp messages as well. Awola Christopher from Shogunle says, may God grant the soul of the former Chief of Army Staff, General Lagbaja, eternal rest and comfort his loved ones. It's quite unfortunate. Again, hearty congratulations to the US President-elect, Donald Trump, and the entire world. There is a promise of better world stability. Barrister Ʀᴏ Adigba's prediction is a nullity to the glory of God. May Trump chastise African leaders, especially Nigeria, to be alive to their responsibilities. Have a nice day, please. Okay. Good morning, Mainland FM. Why are we so concerned about America's election? Why have we chosen to be a meddlesome interloper when even we're almost overwhelmed with our own internal issues here? For your information, America and Britons are not our friends. The role that they've been playing in Nigeria politics and economy, especially since 2015, is majorly responsible for the mess that we have found ourselves today. Somebody is angry that Trump called us, I cannot say the word, we're Nigeria today. We're not, I cannot say the word again. I'll just skip that. I like Trump because he's not a hypocrite like the other people who will be blowing hot and cold at the same time. For me, I don't care if any of the two win or loses. Victor, I like 𝐴괏ᴏ from 𝐴ᴏ. Thank you very much. I greet you all, my wonderful people. My prayer for my great country today is that God Almighty, if He's the head of principalities and power, arrest all the principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness that are hiding away, troubling the country, and set them on fire in Jesus' name. Chipo from Ojo there with the prayer point. Okay. Hello, Mainland FM. On the U.S. election, the truth is the USA is the world power. It will be difficult to have a female world ruler. If it's the president of a country, that would have been very possible. The question is, who will rein Putin, Netanyahu, and some of the Arab leaders, or even North Korea dictator in? They don't value their people. The truth is, if Harris had won, it would be difficult to control these people. And this is what the people would have thought before voting Trump. On the issue of fuel, we're going to be buying fuel at 2,000 naira by December. Sage and Fuhad, nobody is talking about the food hunger that will hit us next year. Finally, please help me tell the police to assist us in 𝐴ᴜᴏᴜᴜ in Festac region to protect the remaining manholes that is in Festac, as almost all of them have been removed and stolen by individuals. A message from Sean. And speaking of the police, I am so grateful that you prompted me to remember. I was going to come on here before the start of the program to talk about the unprofessionalism that's going on around Ekoro and Ilekpo area of Lagos State. That's around Abule. It is really it's not to be seen. It's unprofessional. It's an eyesore. The operations of some of the policemen that are on that road. As early as 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., they are there with their flashlights and they are swinging their flashlights in the faces of drivers in an attempt to slow them down to take money from them. It's very risky. A driver who's not in control of the steering wheel can ram into a person, ram into something because you have put your flashlight in their faces from a distance. I don't know what the money you're collecting from them is for. I don't know what exactly it's for. Is it a transportation tax? Is there money that we're supposed to now pay to the police for using the roads? Because I don't understand why it has become a usual practice at Ekoro Road, Ekoro Junction, and Ilekpo. Because why is that happening? And even if you would stop the vehicles, do you have to put your flashlight in the faces of the driver who sometimes have to swerve and raise their hands to cover their faces just because they're protecting their eyes from the flashlight that you have in there? And you're also stopping tricycles and taking money from them. Why? So I would like the Nigeria police to please look into this. Their job on the road is to ensure sanity, ensure order. Stopping people and causing traffic because you want them to give you a certain amount of money in a very unprofessional manner, you're risking the lives of the driver and the passengers in the buses and also in the tricycles. So please, we appreciate your effort as policemen. We know that every day you wake up, your line of duty is a very high risk job, and we appreciate you for the sacrifices that you make for us. But then the bad eggs, the bad apples are tainting your reputation. They are encouraging the stereotype that you're not our friend. So please do something about this man and start to correct that notion. Thank you very much. I'm moving on to another message here. Good morning, Sage. Jimmy from Lagos. All right, welcome. Congratulations to Donald Trump. Winning the U.S. presidential election is great. We want him to bring out Tinubu. All right. Thank you very much. Let me just read the rest of the messages. We have here, he should expose cash and carry, INEC, and the judiciary and everything they've covered. You can see elections in Kenya, Liberia, Senegal, South Africa, UK, and America. It was all free and fair and credible. You ask, where is the INEC chairman to monitor and observe the election? What will he say concerning this election compared to the one that you did here, where it was fraudulent, in which the EU observers and the YAGI Africa and other organizations can testify to? Now you ask, what is the essence of collecting money from government and other international bodies where you know that you create a fraudulent election, where all the institutions are compromised just because of the ruling party wants to stay in power? Is a shame. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I appreciate you. And it's back to phone calls. It's mainland focus 0913-6000-410. Hello.
Hello, friends. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Msalɪ and I'm calling from Alaska.
I'm sorry, do you mind speaking up a little bit more? It's really difficult to hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
That's very good. You're welcome. On a US election, I want people to understand that there is no election in the world that is perfect. Even this very one that people are celebrating, Donald Trump, Donald Trump already started giving conditions for him to accept results. Then it happened that now if to say Donald Trump was the election, he wouldn't agree because he started crying. Already, even during the campaign, some certain lamentation that he's not comfortable. You understand? And this is the same Donald Trump 4 years back was calling someone to give him 13,000 votes. In a fraudulent manner. And on second court, look, there is no any election that is perfect. But you know what? Where a one-eyed person is the king in the place of blind people. That is it. That's why I'm celebrating. But be that as it may, has come and gone. That is there. I don't care. They are those things. We have done about 300 years of experience. We are just celebrating 25 years and inclusive democracy. Going back to Nigeria, please say, is it the marketers that went to court, but took marketers to court, that they should buy fuel from him? Sorry, please clarify this thing for me.
What part do you want me to clarify? Dangote taking NMDPRA and MPCL to court?
I had that maybe is it marketers that took him to court?
No, Dangote, he instituted the case to stop NMDPRA from giving import licenses to marketers. That it is a contravention of a provision of the PIA that says you're only supposed to grant import licenses when there is a supply shortfall. When we're not able to supply our own domestic need, that's when you give licenses. But they're giving licenses even when he can supply our daily consumption.
Madam, this guy has entered. You understand? He has entered a business that I have no experience into. One was looking for money and he went to it.
Thank you.
You understand? Yeah. So that is not it. If you are not in no beaten. Okay.
Oh, let's wait for what the court has to say about all of this. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
This is Okangolina.
All right.
Somebody is telling you about America as their democracy is 200 years. Do we look like we can catch up even in 1 million years? The way we are going now. There's a nation going on. Yesterday, you saw how the figures were coming. You saw them in the system. Everything was going peacefully and clearly. Even the opposition, the news that saw it. It didn't take time to happen because the thing was so clear. But here, I know we'll do everything. When they will see somebody winning, they'll not say Ireland has now stopped. They will just shut down the whole thing. And they will announce results. Do you understand? If we have elections, and nobody should come and say that America is 200 years old, we are still 25 years. Nobody should tell me that. With the way we are behaving, we will never make it in 1 million years. We continue to condone this kind of corruption that is going on in our electoral process. It doesn't work like that. I'm telling you. Look at the whole thing was so transparent. What do you want me to do? And Madam, if Dangote is so happy that people are importing for, we should bring down his price. People are importing for and bringing here, and yet their price is cheaper than going to cost. I told you before, Dangote is not ready to help Nigeria. It's not different from the government that's tormenting us. I tell you. So he should go to court for himself. Any marketer that wants to buy fuel should go and buy fuel and sell for us. Because Dangote is not ready to help us. Finally, but I said, tell this people to give us light to take our disco in Mafuluku. They will bring light around 1 o'clock midnight.
Sorry.
The midnight, before you go on your feet, they'll take the light.
No vex.
What kind of nonsense is that?
No vex.
They should give us light.
Okay.
I bet. But when the whole day will not see light, in the midnight around 1 o'clock, they'll bring light. Why you want to on the feet? Please, tell them.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello.
Hello, my dear. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
And you from Ghana.
Yes.
On issue of Dangote,
Which means that legal the regulation is what is following. I don't blame him because the government of the boy has allowed it. Whatever clause they put in that regulation, what is the role of Mr. President? Who is the Minister of Petroleum? NNPC that is has the authority on the source of petroleum. And the Minister of Petroleum itself, what are the DPROC? What are they doing? Is it not the masses that they are supposed to be serving? The interest of the masses is what they still need to uphold. And they are looking at us like this. The same thing happened during the cement issue. The cement is going to 9,000 now, but we are buying it because they want to construct road. They said they must use cement. They should have human face now. They don't have human face for God's sake. The government that doesn't have human face is another thing. You know, Dangote is so proud about what he's doing because he knows that many people, the Qatars, have interest in his business. Dangote is only a name. He only allows people to invest in his own name. That is it's proud because he knows that the power that is. They have interest in his business. That is the problem we are facing. And the government is the one that will open into power to serve the purpose of the people, sincerity of purpose, and transparency is what is lacking in this government, and they should do something about it. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. I won't say more than this. Because it's appalling. No energy to serve your to power your distance. No fuel. When you are using a fuel that is so strong, that is so expensive, even to pump your water. It is terrible thing. These comments will have human face. They are the world. Regulate what we are supposed to. Welfareism of the people and security of the people. What we are sworn into approve.
Thank you.
Don't do it. It's a failure entirely. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
My name is Robert.
Welcome.
My condolence to the the former chief of army staff, Mr. Lieutenant General. May his soul rest in peace. Sage, I just want to what I will say will be brief. Like me, since I was born, I have not attended any marriage party or any party before. But I like to attend there. You understand? It is where I go and I will sit down and I will be thinking that as people are knowing this person, one day it will be my turn. So you understand? And again, some that I want to remind people, especially our leaders, the seat they are occupying is not forever. One day somebody will occupy that seat, somebody will be occupied. But what we have done, we will not forever. Maybe your head here or that will remain. So I just want to advise them to do their best. The way people are carrying as you are speaking now. People who are carrying longer. You understand? To serve with an opportunity is not forever. So whosoever is applying in this country should do the right thing. When they are done, people will speak good of you. People will be glad for eternal. Our position is not forever. But when you are ready to do it, nobody knows when it comes to our phone. Let us think about that with our mind.
Thank you for calling. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
How is what?
Oh, he's good.
This is someone calling from Nigeria.
Welcome.
Yes, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we are discussing this issue this morning. You know, my claim on this discussion is that when we can continue criticizing Dangote, we can continue criticizing him. The question I'm asking is that is it not the same market as that the government gave license to build refinery all these years? Is it not the same market as? How many of them came out to build the refinery? Because they are the beneficiaries. They believe that getting those fuel and importing the fuel
is the easier way for them. And now people, now it is we Nigeria now that is Dangote that invest. Do you know how many workers that are working Nigerians that are working in that factory, in that place? Do you know how many? So we can say whatever we want to say, but the fact remains that these marketers, they will fill this country. If we, as a country, or the president did not do anything to stop all this madness that is going on in our oil sector, I think we are moving nowhere. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Avoka. I'm calling from.
You sound very distant. You sound far from your phone.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Avoka.
Welcome, sir.
Now, I want to comment on the issue of American election.
Okay.
First and foremost, there was an argument on whether the American election was perfect.
Hello? Okay, maybe call us back. Hello? Good morning. Go ahead, we'll have to manage this connection. You have to call us back. You'd have to call back. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes. Let me first of all congratulate Trump to have emerged as the 47th president of the US America, and also appreciate all the voters, the way they conducted themselves in a disciplined manner. Nigeria should learn a lesson from there as well, developing democracy. Well, I also want to thank the president for releasing those children who are called minors. Are you following me?
Yes.
Yes. So it is very clear that the president can give presidential order, and it will be obeyed, and there will be peace in the country. So I'm also appealing to him to release Nnamdi Kanu from custody. It's not overdue. The way he released these children, and the world will help him for that. Keeping that
Hello?
Keeping in prison till now custody does not make any sense to me further. Let him try and do that, and be well. Well, I refer back for our oil industries. We have landmen who are really fighting against the progress of this nation. The president should wake up and do something about it. Our refineries should work. There's no need for us to import any form of petroleum product in this country. Nigeria is great up to tomorrow. Meanwhile, Dangote should be praised for the work he's doing. Anybody that Dangote is making a mistake. Dangote is not better than presidents who have come and gone, because he has done a lot already for Nigeria and still willing to do more. So let us use your talking about importing petroleum products. You can get all we want from him from here. So that's my take this morning. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's take 2 more phone calls and round off with messages. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Good morning.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Abubakar on the line.
All right.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to condole with the family of the late chief of Army Staff. That's rest in peace. On the issue of Dangote and the oil marketer. First and foremost, this the issue of this court issue is not just a first suit in the court. And secondly, we all the same marketers that took Dangote to court when he brought the price of diesel to 1,002 from 1,009. What is more petrol to care? Somebody bring the price of diesel down to 1,002, and this people have to go to court to sue him for bringing the price of diesel down. You can hate Dangote for who he is, but the fact is that Dangote is the security. He has actually provide Nigeria with integrity in the midst of international community. As a responsible country, that at least for the first time we have a security. Now we have a security on our energy product, which is the NNPC. It's an envy. People, other country envy this man. They wish this kind of industry can be located in their country. On this of American election, there's no perfect election anywhere in the world. The last time Donald Trump was fighting the last election between Joe Biden, he was claiming about the popular vote. When you lose the electoral college vote, you realize that you still have more popular vote. So how do you justify that? I have more popular vote and I lose my electoral college. And I lose the electoral college by maybe somewhere I couldn't meet the 270 electoral college benchmark. So there's no perfect. The same Nigerians we have there, you see, fail your exam, you go and tell them, oh, the wife failed me, oh, John failed me. They don't want to accept defeat. Let's manage what we have. INEC is not perfect, but at least there is as well as some people want us to believe.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I'm with you. Good morning.
This is Abdullahi calling from Oba.
All right.
The issue people are saying we want to compare Nigeria to America. America was very volatile over 200 years ago. You know that I want to compare ourselves with America. This problem was taking Nigeria and also treaty. In the olden days, we are not starting to develop, and people are saying want to compare ourselves with America. We are very far. We don't compare ourselves with America. We don't want to compare ourselves with South Africa and Egypt. You get my point? So when them being they are well educated, we are black, we are Africa. Don't compare election with America with Nigeria. On top of the issue of Dangote, Dangote issue, well, somebody already talking, the carbon in the oil sector is bigger than the carbon in the job. So you know how the two before the issue. People have to recommend Dangote to even fight. If you know Dangote, you cannot even up to this kind of thing. You can run play in the school. When Dangote is very strong, people will take about. You know and you go. So thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your input. I'm going to round off now with the messages that we have on our various platforms, starting with Facebook. We do have here. Hold on a second. Christopher Ifyong says, "Hi, Mainland FM. President Tinubu should quickly President Tinubu quickly congratulated Donald Trump. It's a good one. I call on Electoral Act reform. I hope our president and others, such as the judiciary, IEC, including politicians, have all learnt a lesson." In US election, there was no killing, there were no talks, no intimidation, etc. That is a nation with national building leaders. For the Dangote and NNPCL, until we have a president, petroleum minister, and politicians that have political will and step into that sector, the problems of that sector will never be solved. As for the electricity hike, let the president declare a state of emergency on that sector. All right, thank you very much. Prince Leo Ozoma says, "Sage, good morning. If the marketers are claiming that the imported fuel is cheaper, then how much is it? Now I know that the cabals in the oil industry, or I know who the cabals in the oil industry are." All right, thank you very much. There's one here. "Good morning, Mainland FM. It was easy for Kamala Harris and Goodluck Jonathan to congratulate the winners and their opponents because they are sure the electoral okay, I read this already. Thank you very much. Let me go to WhatsApp. Prince Prince Fo from Mowe, let's all put pressure on this administration for electoral reform. No matter how much we complain, they don't seem to care. Let Nigerians vote for the leader that they want to lead them under a free and fair election. The government is bent on suppressing the people. They have shown that with the Lekki at toll gate scenario and the arrest of minors during the NSAS government. We should request for electoral reform. Thank you very much, Prince Fo. Here is Good morning, Mainland FM. My name is Ola from Aja. Based on America's election, Nigeria cannot be compared to America because of the level of technology and innovation. Secondly, most Nigerians are hypocritical in nature. Why give birth to children you cannot take care of and put the blame on government? It will get to a time that the people would expect government to work in their homes and take their kids to school for them or help them with feeding. All right, thank you very much, Ola. Here is Good morning, Mainland FM. Nigeria electorate should learn from US electorate. Ilepo and Ekoro Junction police are so unprofessional. They always stop motorists in the morning and night to extort them. It's Yoma from Abulegwa. I know, because I saw it firsthand. I know. And sometimes these drivers try to avoid them, and so they start to speed off because they don't want this policeman to stop them. So they just, when they're close to where these policemen are, they start to speed. And you know how terrible Ilepo Road is, and you would almost have your organs totally displaced from all the bump and bump from trying to evade the police. People should not run from the police. We're supposed to run to the police as a form of refuge. We shouldn't run from you. We should run to you. So please, men of the Nigeria Police Force, we appreciate you for your good work, but then there are the bad eggs that are ruining the work that you're doing. Ilekbo and Ekoro, it's just terrible. It's worse. Morning and night. I'm talking as late as 10 p.m. They're still there taking money from motorists. It's ridiculous. All right, please, that should be looked into. We have Good morning. My open mic today is on the US election. Just within 24 hours, the election was conducted and concluded. It was lost and won, and the loser congratulated the winner. If we were to be here in Nigeria by now, we will be waiting for INEC returning officer with all manner of excuses for their delayed arrivals. Where was the Nigeria Coalition Center waiting for their chief electoral chairman to announce the result? Before the winner emerges, what of the electoral college? Do we have it? Yet we boldly claim we copied our democracy from America, yet the practice and the results are different. It's unfortunate. Emeka Moses from Lagos. Good morning, my name is Bolaji from Ijoko. My open mic is the APC saying Atiku lacks the moral rights to talk to them or criticize them, and I find it laughable. If they forget, I'll remind them. Atiku is a Nigerian. Atiku was the vice president, and during his tenure, petrol was around 19 naira. Rice was like 3,000 per 50 kg. Dollar was around 115 naira to a dollar. Atiku's performance in government was far better than all of the people holding positions in the federal government, right from the president to the least of them. Nigerians and APC who are blaming Atiku for the woes of the country and Nigerians in 2024 should please stop their hypocritical rhetorics and face the reality. That Abiodun should please fix Ijoko Agbado Road immediately after 14 years of abandonment. Alright, well, I think I've been able to clear the messages that we have. I think I've been able to read most of them. Thank you very much for your participation as always. We appreciate you for participating every time we turn on the microphone, and I can assure you your insights are duly appreciated. Like I said, some of the things that you say to us here are some of the matters that you raise on radio. It causes us or forces us to investigate further, bring experts to talk about it and provide clarity on these matters. That is how important your contribution is every day on radio, and I have to applaud the majority of you who were able to call the government out on their inefficiencies very, very professionally. The decorum that you show anytime you're speaking about the government failings. We know that it can be very heart-wrenching, it can be disappointing, but still you're able to hold yourself with a sense of responsibility and speak to the matter in such a way that we're able to accommodate your thoughts. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for making my job very, very easy, and I look forward to talking to you every single morning. My name is Sage Babalola. It is Mainland 98.3 FM. The Morning Express continues. We're due for another break. When we come back, you have Creative Nigeria on your airwaves. Listen to the program from 10:15 a.m. all the way to 11 a.m. I'll be back in about an hour or thereabout to give you the news, the global news at noon. Thank you for your participation. It is the Morning Express, and we are Mainland 98.3 FM.